po ang aking puso habang pinagmamasdan natin ang epekto ng magnitude 7.8 na lindol sa ating mga komunidad. Marami ang nasirang bahay, gusali, paaralan, tulay at mga kalsada. Ang ilang lugar ay nahihirapan pa rin maabot dahil sa lawak ng pinsala. Pinakamabigat sa lahat, may mga buhay tayong nawala at may mga pamilyang nagdadalamhati sa oras na ito. Sa mga naulila, sa mga nasugatan, sa mga nawalan ng tahanan at sa lahat ng naapektuhan ng kalamidad na ito, nais kong ipaabot ang aking taos-pusong pakikiramay at panalangin. Nakikiisa kami sa inyong pagdadalamhati at sa inyong pagbangon. Maraming salamat sa ating mga government officials, respondents, volunteers, uniform personnel, healthcare workers at mga kawani ng gobyerno na walang pagod na nagtatrabaho upang matulungan ang ating mga kababayan. Higit sa lahat, maraming salamat sa ating mahal na Pangulo sa kanyang pagbisita sa ating lugar na naapektuhan ng lindol. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President, sa lahat ng tulong na ibinigay niyo po sa amin. Sa mga panahong tulad nito, higit natin kailangan ang pagkakaisa, malasakit at pananampalataya. Patuloy po tayong mag-ingat, sundin natin ang mga abiso ng ating mga otoridad. Tulungan natin ang ating mga kapitbahay at ipagdasal natin ang bawat pamilyang naapektuhan. Sa mga nais pong magpaabot ng kanilang tulong, pwede niyo pong ipadala ang inyong mga donasyon through MANNY PACQUIAO Foundation at PACQUIAOFoundation.org, Emmanuel and Jinggis Heart Foundation. Maaring malakas ang lindol na ating naranasan, ngunit higit na makapangyarihan ang ating Panginoon na may hawak ng sanlibutan. Siya may bigay ng buhay sa atin. Sama-sama tayong pabangon, sama-sama nating muling itayo ang mga nasira at sama-sama nating ipakita ang tunay na diwa ng pagkakaisa, katatagan at pagmamalasakit sa kapwa. Mahal ko kayong lahat, mga kababayan ko. Patuloy po tayong magdasal para sa Sarangani and Jinsan at sa lahat ng mga probinsya at city na naapektuhan ng lindol na ito. And stay strong. Ito lang po ang maiwan ko sa inyo. Stay strong in the Lord. He is our refuge, our strength, and our hope. God bless everyone because God is good all the time. Stay safe. Thank you.
Defense and finds una under ilalim. Santano ang dapat. Oh, Rama with a 3 by Marvin Taiwan. 3. Yes!
Tonight's matchup comes with a compelling storyline as familiar faces meet here at the Pasay Astrodome, and having spent 4 seasons with this city, Pasay, Don Reverente returns as he goes head-to-head against the team he once called home, the Voyagers, who are now embarking on a new era. Part of that is this promising forward, Moonmoon de la Cruz, as they look to snap a 2-game losing skid. Yan po ang magkalaban sa ating main game. The Cebu Greats take on the Pasay Voyagers. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Juanito Gregorio. Juanito, alam natin, no, Cebu is on a rise. They are on a 3-game winning streak. How do you see this matchup playing out against Pasay?
Well, you know, sa kabilang panig naman, itong Pasay is struggling coming off a loss. It's going to be very interesting because it's going to be there are a few losses on the side of Cebu and a few additions on the side of Pasay. So, I don't know how big the adjustment will be para dito sa Cebu with some players not in their lineup right now. So, I think this will be a very tough matchup for Cebu, especially we are playing in the home court of Pasay.
Pati natin yung mga nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, also on Tap Sports and Solar Sports. Cebu, like we said, last season they had their struggles, but totally different this time around. They have jumped out to this 9-3 start, and they obliterated Parañaque in this matchup 100-51.
Actually, wala naman tayo masyadong masabi dito sa larong to. This was a ball game that started out well, then never looked back. 44%, 17 3-pointers, 38% is a pretty high clip, 61 rebounds, plus 25 against Parañaque. Tapos fast break 37 naman para sa kanila. So everything just went the side of Cebu. A terrific ball game. Everybody chipped in. Well-deserved win para sa Cebu.
Simula pa lang hindi na pinaporma ng Cebu itong Parañaque and they seek another win. Makakalaban nila itong Pasay Voyagers, one of the contenders in the North Division. Last time they played here, they lost to Caloocan, but this was particularly surprising, losing out to Valenzuela 88-85.
Tama, when JR Oligario started to wax hot, they really struggled. The biggest lead of Valenzuela was all the way up to 17. You like the fight coming off Nico Quiñal and Cyril Gonzalez in the fourth quarter, but that last play, a wide open 3 for Cyril Gonzalez, couldn't really tie the ball game at 88. But you like the fight, but something has to change. They cannot trail by as much as 17 because it's so hard to get a run, especially today against a team like Cebu.
Pasay is 3-2 at home and they will get tested tonight. But for our player matchup, we featured these two guys that we featured in our pregame. Don Reverente having spent 4 seasons here. Munmun de la Cruz. These are two quality role players for their respective squads.
Actually, ito parang new age Don Reverente itong si Monmon de la Cruz eh. Di ba? The numbers are pretty similar. The effect are pretty similar. Maybe the games are a little different. Don Reverente likes coming off the outside. Monmon de la Cruz much more comfortable getting off the post or getting off the catch. Pero in terms of impact on the inside, both are very physical players who are very crucial in getting those rebounds for both of the teams. So this matchup at that power forward position, very exciting for today's ball game.
Yung dalawang ginoo na yan, kasama ngayon ni Daphne Cristobal.
Speaking of which, kasama natin these two talented guys, Don Reverente and together with Monmon de la Cruz of Pasay Voyagers. Dito muna ako kay Don. In the past 4 seasons, nandito ka sa Pasay. Kamusta sa pakiram na this time, kakalabanin mo naman sila?
Yun, napakasarap ng feeling kasi parang banding na namin to. Nakabalik ako dito sa home court namin. And syempre, andito yung ambience na, yung vibe na andito yung mga 6-man namin. So, yung pakiramdam ko parang andito pa rin ako sa Pasay. Yeah.
Pero Don, this time, you are under Cebu Greats. Sino nga ba si Don under Cebu?
Si Don nga pala sa Cebu Greats. Yun, role player ng team and every practice talaga binibigay namin yung 100% effort namin, then commitment namin sa ensayo.
Maraming salamat Don and good luck sa Cebu Greats. Of course, we have here Monmon de la Cruz. Moon, so far it has been a series of a roller coaster ride para sa Pasay Voyagers. Pero kamusta ka being isa sa mga rookies?
Medyo nag-adjust pa sa team namin since bago yung coach, bago yung mga kasamang teammate. Yun lang naman, medyo kumakapapa sa team namin.
Moon, baka meron kang gustong mensahe na ibigay sa mga taga-suporta ng Pasay?
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga taong sumusuporta sa Pasay Voyagers, sa boss po namin, sa mga coaches, sa mga lahat po ng tao na naniniwala sa team po namin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much and good luck. That was Monmon de la Cruz of Pasay Voyagers and Don Reverente of Cebu Greats. And in a moment, it's gonna be a clash between these two squads. Richard Tapos, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our main game. Here at the Coneta Astrodome, it's a head-to-head showdown between Cebu Greats and your Pasay Voyagers. Live on Solar Sports, Tap Sports, and on YouTube channel, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 8. Join me in welcoming the starting lineup for the Cebu Greats. At guard number 2, Ice Hontiveros. Playing center number 6, Wawi Escocio. Forward number 22, Simon Camacho. 2 guard number 77, JJ Hesalem. And at forward number 31, Mark Meneses. Their head coach is Aldrin Morante. Assistant coaches, Willie the Little General Generalao and Lance Inco. Coaching consultant is the hitman, Junti Valenzuela. Team manager, John Santos. Team representative, Uncle Sam Lato. And now for your Pasay Voyagers. coming in at center, number 42, Lian Martel. Power forward, number 25, Moon de la Cruz. Also at forward, number 3, King Gortiza. Point guard, number 13, Steve Nash Enriquez. Also at guard number 18, your very own from Dominga Buendia, Nico Quinal. They're led by Marlon Keith Martin, assisted by Vic Escudero, Hubert de los Santos, Adrian Bocal, Brian Orog, and Kat Tenorio. Coaching consultant, Cholo Martin. The team owners are Raul Bacalzo, Mickey Ligot, Lavin Castro, JD Castro.
Starting five brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Cebu greats begin with Ice Hontiveros, JJ Hesalem, Wawi Escocio, Simon Camacho, and Mark Meneses. For the Pasay Voyagers, Steve Nash Enriquez, Nico Quinal, Lian Martel, Moon de la Cruz, and King Gortiza. Our referees for this ball game are Jay Francisco, Alvin Sosonko, Grace Vicente. Fourth man is Ron Ivan Baluyot. Pasay in pink, Cebu in white. The tip is up. First possession belongs to the Pasay Voyagers.
This is quite interesting on the side of Cebu. They'll be starting Ice Ontiveros at the 1. I've been watching him for the longest time since high school up to college. He was playing the wing. Pero ito susubukan nila bilang uno tong si Ice Ontiveros.
Now without Brian Heruela, this is a golden opportunity for him to prove himself. They get a stop. Okay, about Cebu. Meneses, binabantayan ni King Gortiza. Two former teammates with Pangasinan. One-hander by Mark Meneses. No good. Rebound by Lian Martel.
Hindi magkapit-bahay ito. Itong si Gortiza is coming off La Union, his hometown.
Tama.
So magkasunod lang yan. So I'm pretty sure that not just here, they've probably seen each other a lot more during their earlier days.
2-0 in favor of Pasay after that basket earlier by King Gortiza. Mark Meneses straight to the cup.
Can't believe that each and every game we cover Mark Meneses, he continues to get better. And I assume probably in a year or so, he will be a superstar in the making here in the MPBL kasi he continues to grow his game each day.
I'm not gonna be surprised if he gets an all-star nod this season.
Oh, that's sure. That's for sure.
Without a doubt, siya yung top player
without a
nila
doubt.
ngayon eh.
Actually, you know, daming pinag-usapang player para dito sa Cebu. I would have never thought that the face of Cebu will be Mark Meneses. Right? You know, we talked about a lot of names. Dito si Camacho, dyan si Dondon. Big names were coming in. Al Francis Tamsi, Don Reverente. All of a sudden, their star, Mark Meneses.
Basket by Nico Quinal, baseline jumper. Wawi Escocio, shot fake, lost his footing. Turnover, Enriquez. As JJ has a limb to beat. Trailer si Camacho, bothering that attempt. Here comes Ice Hontiveros. Pasa kay Meneses, the sidestep beauty from Mark.
You know, I think one advantage of Ice playing the point guard, they're taller.
Oo.
So it's so much harder to defend. Siguro it would take about a few games for him to really be comfortable in that possession. But right there, very unselfish, found a runner in Mark Meneses. Getting the assist is Ice Hontiveros.
Ilang taon na ba si Ice?
He's about 24, 23.
Okay.
Bata pa to si Ice.
Very young. Quinal coming off the pick, off the dribble, rejected, and also an offensive foul. Caught warding off was Nico Quinal. Camacho with another block.
I want to know what the averages are itong si Simon Camacho because he's been playing terrific in terms of defense. Might be one of the leads in our best defensive player of the year because he's doing it both all on the rebounds, on the steals, and the blocks.
Just 9.1 points, but 6.5 rebounds, 1.1 steals, and 1.9 blocks for Simon Camacho. And they have become a defensive juggernaut itong Cebu. But not that time though, letting Nico Quinal get in transition.
And what I love about Nico Quinal is that he was relatively unknown going to the season, pero he made a name for himself here in the pink jersey, one of the best shooters on their end. And now is also able to run that basketball.
Escosio with a jumper. Taplat ulit tayo, 6-all, 3 minutes gone by in quarter number 1.
Kanina kabiruan ko si Alvin Baichong. Sabi ko, matchmate ko yan in the UAAP, played for UST. Sabi ko, brother, condition na. Ang sinabi lang niya, hindi. Called on Wawi Escosio. Ito ang kondisyon.
Oo. Last break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Free throws coming up for Nico Quinal. Played for Emilio Aguinaldo College. Was really shooting the lights out to begin the season. Has tapered off a bit, but still remains a deadly shooter. Ito si Nico Quinal.
I love his jumper. You know, he's one of the better catch and shoot guys here in the MPBL. It's a set shot, pero alam mong ang bilis niya kumuha ng footing. He's always squared up when he's taking a shot. And what's scary is that he has this attack on a one dribble jumper when you give him that space. So it's hard to know what you want to give him.
Nice, Hontiveros nails the three. Something that would definitely help him moving forward if he could hit that shot consistently.
Oh, yun, narinig.
Eto, alam natin consistent yan galing sa labas.
You know, we were talking about the footing, how quick he sets it. He gets squared up right away. And that's 7 points already for Nico Quinal here in the ballgame.
Actually, 9 points na nga.
9 na.
Oo. Escosio. Nawalan ng puwang doon. Moon de la Cruz going right at Meneses. Great help defense by Camacho, forcing the turnover. Meneses strolling down the lane and will earn himself 2 free throws. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Doing it from all sides of the court, from a jumper, from the free throw. This time around, Nico Quinal showing that I can also finish a fast break.
Mark Meneses averaging career highs in almost all categories. 7.3 points, 17.3 points, 9.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.6 steals, 1 block a game. Manny Pay is a digital wallet built for the community.
I would have never guessed that he would be able to average those kinds of numbers in the MPBL. He was already a good role player in the teams that he played for. Pero dito sa Cebu, hindi to role eh. Star to eh.
Yeah. And remains as humble as always, letting his game speak for itself.
Pero gumanda na rin ang interviews niya, no?
Nasanay na. Si baka masanay na rin pag tumagal-tagal yung kanyang kapwa Pangasinense.
Michael Lambino.
Tama.
Nasi-stress eh. Hindi kinakabahan sa laro, pero pag binigyan ng mikropono, biglang, ano po?
Pero that's the reality when it comes to them getting here in Manila. This was the turnover. Rapilig ang tinawag laban kay Mark Meneses. King Ortiza. Martel pops out, 3-point shot off the back iron. Tumalbog pa. Pero hindi papasok. Armenion, balik kay Meneses. 2 more free throws coming up for the Lawak Locomotive.
Well, they might not be the tallest in terms of their center, but the way that they play the 3 and 4, they're interchangeable in Meneses and Camacho. Sometimes Reverente comes in, sometimes Payawal comes in. And these are 6'4", 6'5" guys that can really defend any position. That's the way their system is built defensively. It's the versatility of the players on the front court.
Coach Junti Valenzuela back here with Cebu. Part of the coaching staff, the hitman. And this yung pangalawang free throw ni Mark. Past the halfway point of the first quarter, labang ang Pasay 11-10 against Cebu. Munmun. Balik kay Nash Enriquez. Pinabantay ni R3 Armenion. Gurtiza between the legs. Pull-up jumper over Wawi Escosio is pure.
Gusto mo dito kay King Gurtiza is not always the first option in terms of scoring, but when he needs to step up in the latter parts of the shot clock, he is always a willing one-on-one attacker.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Armenion hands it off. Al Francis Tamsi. Lista mo na yan galing sa tres.
I gotta admit, I'm still not used to Tamsi not wearing orange here in the league. It's been a few years where he was playing for the Quezon Huskers. The same type of ball game, just a different jersey for Al Francis Tamsi.
Pero yan, Cebuano talaga yan, di ba?
Bohol.
Bohol, tama,
Bohol.
Bohol. You're right, you're right.
So, do you call them
Boholano?
Boholano?
Oo yata eh.
Pero Bisaya rin yun, tama? Bisaya rin ata.
Oo. Camacho lays it in with his left hand.
Ito na yung nakakatakot. The open court, the transition, the fast break for Cebu because these are not just strong guys. These are lengthy, athletic, strong guys.
They are number 2 in that department. Fast break points. Talking about the Cebu greats. And despite their limitations in terms of them not really having that consistent outside shooter, they make up for it with this kind of pace. Ayan, getting offensive rebounds, doing the dirty work, and Mark Meneses with a putback. Lamang na sila dito, 17-13.
Ito yung mga pagkakataon na mapapakamot ka na lang eh. You're boxing out, you know. Steve Nash was there, Munmun was there, but the length of Mark Meneses was just too much. Continues to hustle for the ball and got them a 4-point lead.
Still with us here at the Pasay Astrodome for the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Boom 3 waterproof speaker, unstoppable sound, ultimate power. Wakali!
Good to see Simon Camacho back and getting a lot more minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? Bago siya mag-PBA, he was really discovered in a semi-pro league where he was scoring MVP numbers. Gave him an opportunity in the PBA. Now, wanting to get back the minutes because he knows of his capabilities. Cebu, ang nagbigay sa kanya ng pagkakataon.
Ramdam mo rather na at home siya dito
Yes.
sa Cebu.
Yes, kanina actually kausap ko siya eh. He said he was only one of few guys that is not Cebuano.
Tama.
He's from Maragondon, Cavite. Pero sabi niya, komportable talaga siya dito. Sa kapuna na to.
Marunong na rin kaya mag-Bisaya yan.
Siguro, yun yung interested ako malaman. Because their head coach is not Bisaya.
Si Coach Aldrin.
Coach Aldrin is not Bisaya. Pero more than half the team is. Ito, isa lang to sa mga hindi Bisaya. Itong si Alvin Baichong.
Malakas naman ang pangatawan. Mintis nga lang yung kanyang tira. Farito coming off the bench. Mark Parks. Pasa ay Farito. Tres si Christian. Yes, sir!
Ito si Coach M. You know, he's been trying a lot of different rotations in his lineup. This time around, he's putting Christian Farito off the bench with Jello Santiago and Daryl Maniguez. And this could give him more scoring opportunities because he is not pressured to start the ball game and get their first points.
Ang consistent starter lang nila is Nash Enriquez, who has started all 13 of their games, including this one. Armenion at the line. Protecting a 1-point lead. Andre. Pasok yung kanya unang free throw. More than 2 years na rin, no? Since that game winner he had when he was with Valenzuela. Kaya kung naalala mo yun, kampay pa niya si Daryl Manliguez nun eh.
Yes. I can't remember. I remember them being teammates. I can't remember the game winner.
Yung sa baseline. nalimutan ko sang building yun eh. I don't know if it was here or Olivares.
Mamaya, hanapin ko yan.
Hanapin yan. Deflection, completed steal by Simon Camacho, runs the break. Pinasa muna sa labas. Ang Menyon will reset their offense. 1 minute and 30 left in the first. Alfrancis Tamsi, shot fake. Pinilit na rin yung tira. Not even close.
Lucky for them, they get a fresh 14. I think he saw na parang paubos na yung shot clock, but there was still 10 para sa Cebu.
Ron Denison. This is a much better look. Bumulong palabas. Camacho with another rebound. Inside. Baityong will score.
He's doing everything for Cebu. He was the one that got the swipe. He was the one that got the rebound. He was the one that got the assist. Everything was named Simon Camacho in that play.
Daryl Manligues put some speed on. Lays it in with his left.
I've always been a fan of the game of Daryl Manligues. You know, at his height, the strength is times 5 to times 10.
Kaya nga eh.
And hindi mo maintindihan, hindi mo ma-explain. Ang masasabi mo na lang malakas, si Daryl Manligues.
21-18. Camacho facing off against Spark Parks. Denison. Hindi gumapang paloob. Baityong. Same spot. Same result. Always at the right place at the right time. 6 points.
Every day, if you are training with Mark Meneses, Don Reverente, and Simon Camacho, probably meron na rin nakuha etong si Alvin Baichong. If you're talking about a few years ago, that was not his usual game, but now Alvin Baichong shows that he also has that offensive rebound.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Siguro sa unang naiinis pa siya, no? Kasi nagliliparan yung mga kalaban niya sa ilalim.
Ano to eh, slow pace. You know, he's one guy that you cannot post up. Pero hindi siya yung usual that would really pound, go for the offensive rebounds. But if every day this is the type of setup that you have, then meron ka nang makukuha eh.
Ang galing din pumesto talaga sa ilalim.
Oh yes, that's been the strength of Alvin Baichong.
Ayan.
Tama yun.
Case in point. 8 points for Alvin Baityong in this quarter. Capping off this strong run for Cebu.
He's the leading scorer right now on the side of Cebu, but it's been the inside game that's been killing etong Pasay. Points in the paint right now, 14 of the 25 of Cebu. And life inside has been easy for Cebu.
Despite the fact that Nico Pinal shot the lights out in the first quarter. But the relentless pace of Cebu wearing down Pasay. And they enter the second quarter with a 7-point lead.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
White Sox steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That way is going to even up the game. D9 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White Sox wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Cebu, kanina naghahabol. They were down 13-10. But they cap off this quarter with a 15-5 run to push ahead. Home record yan ng Pasay Voyagers. Panalo sa Parañaque, lost to Basilan, defeated Bataan and Imos. And then that close defeat against Caloocan where Christian Farito had 32 points.
It's been interesting, you know. Wala masyadong home court advantage for now for Pasay, but against big teams, it gives them a little push. It gives them some life that they can be able to battle, but 3-2, not really the homestand you want.
Cyril Gonzalez, ngayon lang natin nakita dito sa ball game na ito for Pasay. He is joined by Daryl Manligues, Jello Santiago, Christian Farito, and Mark Parks. Gonzalez gives it up to Daryl Manligues.
Trying a triangle offense here.
Farito off the dribble, step back jumper over Alvin Baityong. And the Cebuano hot shot gets the rebound for Cebu. Armenion with Alvin Baitiong, Hontiveros, Reverente, and Ron Denison. A foul on Pasay.
You're saying it's the left arm of Christian Pajarito that will be pushing itong si Alvin Baichong. Which Marlon obviously not happy with the call there. Tingnan natin ito. Yun. May konting kante. May konting kante. If enough to be the foul, it's up to the referees to call. But there is obviously a swing on that left forearm.
Long rebound ends up with Ron Denison. Wants to post up Cyril Gonzalez. That's just a veteran move. Savvy move from Ron Denison, drawing the foul on Cyril Gonzalez.
Kaya may smirk pagkatapos. Alam niyang gumana eh. Alam niyang gumana. Pag ano, yung sinasabi natin from the earlier game, yung na-veterans ka. Ni Ron Denison.
Brian Hilario inserted here by Coach M. I wonder if Ron Denison and Dondon Hontiveros had that conversation on who's gonna wear that number 7 jersey.
Oo nga, no?
Di ba?
But I think in the latter years of Dondon, he was already wearing number 25.
yun na.
I think in Alaska, if I'm not mistaken.
Itong free throw na ito, sa atin niya na Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. So pwede rin naman, 2 plus 5, 7. Tumanggap si Cyril Gonzalez, getting the step. Floater is up, no good. He's been struggling lately. Ito si Cyril Gonzalez.
You know, this is a guy, I don't know if it's the right term, pero parang diesel. You have to get him a little bit heated up for him to get going. But when he starts and when he gets the rhythm, tuloy-tuloy naman para dito kay Cyril. Pretty much the story of the fourth quarter of Cyril Gonzalez against Valenzuela. Nagkulang lang talaga ng onte.
Meron yung laro na he had 24 points, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Earlier this season, ito napatid si Darren Rodriguez, si Ron Denison. Renz Alcoriza, okay, finally making his debut with the Pasay Voyagers.
I'm just happy to see Renz Alcoriza back. You know, this is a guy that deserves to be in the MPBL, a natural-born scorer. At makita natin if he can contribute well on the side of Pasay.
Here he is, grabbing the offensive rebound, just could not stick it back in.
He get on the first shot.
Reverente, pinasa kay Hontiveros. As the smaller Manligues on him initially. Now he's tasked to guard his former teammate, Armenion, straight away free. And this lead now up to 12.
Well, Manligues went under. He probably thought that he was not going to take that three, pero si Armenion just saw a lot of space. He was able to take and make the three.
Pajarito fouled. Just the sheer pace that Cebu is playing can wear down their opponents quickly. May balita muna tayo kay Daphne.
Kapag pala absent ka, automatic tamad ka. At iyan ang isa sa mga pagsubok na naranasan ni Christian Fajarito from the time he lost his mom. That purpose and that will to continue was literally missing for him. Kaya sa kanya, para saan pa na nagpapatuloy siya sa paglalaro ng basketball. But then he had his own family, built a new life that ignited that spark once again. And this time, even becoming a vocal leader despite admitting being a total introvert. As challenged by Coach M, he needs to get out of his comfort zone. Ken and Coach Juanito.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. Actually, inaalala ko, binanggit mo yan sa akin. Si Daphne yun, during the preseason, they're really relying on Christian to be more of a leader nga dito sa koponan. Especially, they have a plethora of young guys. And at the moment, though, they're having trouble contending with this Cebu squad who's been oozing with confidence. When Aryar comes in, lalim din itong Cebu.
Yes, that's right. Actually, nagulat nga ako na nandiyan pa si Aryar eh. And what's nice about Cebu is that there are different characters on their front court. Aryar can stretch out the floor, very good passer, play the 4 and 5. Ngayon, they're gonna be playing a little bit of the small ball. Si Reverente can put the ball on the floor. Camacho can be interchangeable in the defensive end. So, ang daming characters on that front court. And they're all very versatile bigs para dito sa Cebu.
Hilario nailing the first. Pasok din yung pangalawa. Coach Aldrin Morante wants to talk things over. Steve Nash Enriquez and the rest of the Pasay Voyagers have a lot of catching up to do. They're behind by 11.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Nice to see people here at the 33-year-old Pasay Astrodome. Our sixth time this year playing in this building. Muli po Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Juanito Gregorio at courtside. We have Miss Daphne Cristobal. 33-22 Cebu with this commanding lead. Nagtuloy-tuloy na yung run nila, no? After trailing by 3, they pushed ahead. Pasay responding with a steal. Manligues has Reverente to beat and he scores.
You need those kinds of baskets if you are Pasay. You don't want to fall into the same situation you had against Valenzuela, where Valenzuela led all the way up to 17, pero pag si Cebuano hotshot, nag-init ng ganyan, medyo mahihirapan ka talaga.
Would you believe this guy, Don Hontiveros, shooting a blistering 46.9% from free this season.
Well, I'll be honest, I am not surprised. We saw that in the PBA, we saw that in the NBA, we saw that even in the international competition. At grabe rin mag-alaga ng katawan. Actually, doon ako pinakabilib kay Don Hontiveros.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Pinangga pa ni Manligues si Reverente, pushing him out of the way for the basket. Ichi Altamirano announcing his entry for Cebu. So we haven't seen the father and son duo just yet. Don tightly guarded by Jello Santiago. Meneses is back in for Cebu. Hontiveros lost his footing, turned over against the Greats.
Not the best pass coming off Don Reverente there.
Lian Martel almost got it in. So earned himself 2 free throws. Foul against Cebu.
Lian Martel played for Cebu last year, so maybe in a little sense, he has some scouting report. He knows what the tendencies of some of the bigs here na itong Cebu.
MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community.
This is actually a plethora of bigs who are undersized in a normal setup, pero you won't really notice because of how powerful and how athletic they are. Ooh. Sa landing.
Okay. Something happened on the rebounding battle. Ooh. Hard fall by Don Reverente. Good thing he was able to brace it properly. I-review yan ng ating mga game officials. By the way, just want to say hi to Benny, Michelle, Christine, and Vince Dairit Soliven watching from Bangkok, Thailand. A place that I haven't been to.
Okay. I was there recently. Year 2001.
Sawadi ka. 2001?
2001. So medyo matagal na rin. Actually, wala na nga akong memory
Pushing
na
foul
pumunta
number
kami
9.
dun.
So, toddler ka pa nun.
Rodriguez, the
Toddler pa.
second. That is the fourth team foul for Pasay Voyagers.
Pwede naman tayo magpunta, sabay. Baka libre tayo ni Daphne, hindi natin alam. Di ba?
Oh, libre tayo dun ng ano bang sikat na dish dun? Yung mga
Sticky
mango
rice.
sticky
Mango
rice.
sticky rice.
Oo. Ang pad thai ba dun?
Basta meron dun.
Wala
Sure
meron,
tayo.
no? Michi Altamirano, siya magbababa ng bola against Daryl Manliguez. Acquired during the free agency and trade window. Aguiar. Montiveros peeks at the shot clock. Still 6 remaining. Dondon in trouble. Kick ball. Bola babalik sa Pasay.
Terrific defense by Renzo Alcoriza. Actually, they switched up. Kanina si Jello Santiago ang nakakuha dito kay Dondon. They switched it up a little bit. They wanted someone a little lower so that it forces Dondon to have a harder time on the dribble.
Extreme ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Naagaw ni Mark Meneses ang bola. Reverente, pasa ay Aguiar. Altamirano, quick catch and shoot! That's a free from the corner.
Specialty of the house, this guy is a known scorer. Played for the UE Junior Warriors, played for San Sebastian. He has always been one of the best scorers whenever he plays for his team.
Alcoriza wants a screen. Martel gives it. Step back jumper for 3. Alcoriza is short. But the stick back from mid-range. Brian Hilario cuts the lead down to 13 points.
Might be a miss coming from Renzo Alcoriza, but this is one thing you need if you are Pasay. They need a scorer coming off the bench. Someone that can really give them buckets and really get them outside shots. Kaya this is going to be very crucial. This is a good addition for Pasay moving towards the season.
Dos lang yung tres kanina. Ichi. Put on the line.
Papanoorin mo lang, Chi. Malaki lang yung nabili mong sapatos. Mga siguro one size down, tres yun.
Sayang, nagsumenyas sila ng tres eh.
Kung ako yun,
Bawasan
tres
mo
yun.
ng ano, bawasan mo ng isang daliri.
Baka kung, ano bang size mo?
Ako? 10.
Ah, wala, tres din yun. Ay, dos din yun.
Dos din.
Pag
Ikaw,
size ko,
anong
pag
size
size
mo?
ko, tres yun.
Anong size mo?
8.
Hindi nga. Ito. 38-26. Referees reviewing that last play. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the second quarter. Marlon Martin, his 5th consecutive season with the Pasay Voyagers. Each time, he has led them to the playoffs, but not past the first round.
There's an extra motion coming from Ichi.
All will stay with Cebu after the review. Kamay Evangelista, Daryl Manliguez, Gael Montaño. This time inbound, Altamirano, pinasa kay Kit Aguiar. Tinira agad, pasok din yan.
How basic is that? No screens needed, just 2 steps in and then comfort zone ni Kit Aguiar. Masyadong madali yun para kay Aguiar.
Enriquez. Pumuposte si Brian Hilario. Pumihit, the shimmy, and the basket. What a move from Brian Hilario.
What a beautiful half spin, giving him enough space for him to go for that fader. Ala, who can we even compare? Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett? I don't know, but that was just a beauty for Brian Hilario.
Pocket pass, Aguiar. Pasa sa labas, Meneses. Confident looking stroke, halfway down and out. Gurtiza on the left side. Enriquez wants to get it to Hilario. 2 former teammates going at it. Hilario against Reverente. Bagsak si Hilario. Blocking foul on Kit Aguiar.
On the help side, he got his first step in. Naiwan niya yung unang defender. So it was on the secondary defender that he got a foul.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Kita mo naman tong galaw na ito, Juanito.
Papaulit-ulit yan sa bahay.
Nawala sa eksena si Reverente.
It's the speed, it's the shoulder down. It's really looking like you're gonna go for a spin before going back to a fader. Ganda nun. Hindi na lang masasabi ko. Ang ganda ng galaw na yun.
This guy, a former NCRAA scoring champion and most valuable player. Played for Philippine Merchant Marine School. Kung di ako magkakamali, hindi, si Coach M din yata coach niya doon, di ba?
That I'm not sure. Kasi ang alam kong pinanggalingan nito ni Coach M is Lasal Green Hills eh.
Tama. Inisip ko, baka si Coach Aldrin, naging coach din niya dati. Kasi si Coach Aldrin, meron din siyang pinag-coachan before eh. Si Coach Louie Gonzalez, kung nanonood yan, alam niya yan eh.
Oh, yes. Congratulations, Coach Louie, getting a win earlier. Comeback versus Bulacan.
40-30 or score, 10-point lead. 3.5 remaining in the second period. In traffic, Altamirano shuffled his feet. Traveling violation against the Cebu Greats.
Good defense by Steve Nash Enriquez. No, didn't really try to go for a swipe. Kept discipline, just stayed in front. Eventually, nagkamali din itong PHC.
10-point lead. Pasay could cut it to single digits if they could score on this possession. Enriquez has yet to get himself going. No-look pass. Nawala kay De La Cruz. Camacho on the deck. Jump ball. It will stay with Pasay. Pero dahil may clear possession na on Cebu, shot clock will be reset to 14.
Relatively slower in terms of scoring for both of the teams. We saw earlier, both of the teams really starting out well, 25 and 18, pero dito medyo mas mabagal ang scoring natin.
Martel, sububok sa 3. Bola ng tabik. Cortiza. Yet score over his defender. Mark Meneses the rebound.
Not the best shot attempt. There were hands in front of their shooting attempts.
Montiveros, same spot, same result. The Cebuano hot shot with a couple of threes. Cortiza attacking the rim, and who earned himself 2 shots after getting fouled. Itong 3-point shot na ito, tinsatin niya ng Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
Same side, same result as you were saying earlier. You can never leave him wide open. It's on the same side. By rule of thumb, when the ball is on the strong side, you have to stay in the corner. You have to stay home because of the swing, there will be a ready shooter. At mas mahirap yun pag ang pangalan niya Don Ontiveros.
Did King Cortiza have a triple-double earlier this season?
I think it
Or
was
almost.
I think he was a rebound or an assist away from a triple-double.
Sa birthday niya yun, di ba?
Yes.
Sa Bataan.
2 days after his birthday.
Oo.
Hindi, sa ano?
Saan ba?
Sa Nova Desi. In Quezon City.
Iba pa yung sa Bataan.
Iba pa. Siya rin ang player of the game.
Player of the game siya nun eh. 43-31. That was their win over Quezon City. Altamirano strokes in the trifecta.
Always a comfortable shot para dito kay Itchy. One of the stronger wrist actions that we watch here.
Enriquez gustong bawiin, wala. Meneses nakuha yung rebound.
So, para dito kay Steve Nash, still 0 points. He does have 4 assists though, but in terms of scoring, he has not gotten a basket here in the ballgame.
Pwesto sa ilalim si Camacho na agaw ni Nash Enriquez. Pulls back. Knew that Camacho was in the vicinity. The cut inside. Munmun de la Cruz forcing his way in. He will score.
Well, you are a point guard if you know the personnel you have on the court. One-on-one against Camacho. Alam niya, hindi niya kailangan ipilit. And he saw that he had a teammate cutting through that trail.
Oh! That basket will count. 3-point shot
by Itchy Altamirano.
Kanina daw kasi kinwestiyon natin yung dos niya. Now he shows us back-to-back, far out. Not even a question in mind. 1-3 and now a possible 4 for Itchy Altamirano.
This one from way downtown. Enriquez got his hand caught in a cookie jar.
Oh, shoutout lang kay Coach RB mga has. Parehas naging coach ni Hilario. Si Coach Marlon at si Coach Aldrin.
I knew it.
Sa PMMS. Actually, kanina, we saw Coach Aldrin and Coach Marlon actually nakikwentuhan before the game. Shoutout Coach RB. Congratulations on their win
Ano yan?
against Caloocan.
Isa rin yan sa mga ahead of his time. Stretch big ng
Yes.
FEU Tamaraws. Kasama sila Kuya Arwind. Na minsan, naaalala natin sa kanya si Mark Meneses.
Oo. Ano sa lahat ng nahawakan niya ni Coach RB. Sure ako ang favorite point guard niyan. Ako.
Ikaw? Talaga?
Shoutout Coach RB. Joke lang.
They love yan si Coach RB. Sa ilalim, Camacho, after coming up with a block, he scores underneath. Lamang na ng 18 puntos ang Cebu.
And that's really why Ken Ariar is such a threat on the court because he can either shoot the shot, but through the inside, the interior defense has been intense and elite. For Cebu, there has been no available shot inside for Pasay.
You want a new Sampayan Brigade? You've got it here with the Cebu Greats. A couple of blocks, one each from Camacho and Meneses. Here was Simon Camacho.
Look at that play, not even a dribble inside for Altamirano to Ariar to Camacho. And if you are a coach, this is a dream for you. 18 na para sa Cebu.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan. Kaya ang bayan nilang mapakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sponsor na.
Back with us inside the Pasay Astrodome for the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Cebu firmly in front, establishing this 18-point lead. Coach Marlon Martin searching for answers. Him and Coach Aldrin Morante have coached together for quite some time, but now adversaries. Pasay 7-5. Cebu is 9-3 in that very loaded South Division. Step back jumper, Enriquez, malakas. Still no basket for Nash Enriquez.
Only 30 seconds, babalik pa. They still have one more play on the other end, but you have to make a stop. You don't want to go to the half with a 20-point lead in favor of your opponent.
Payawal, crossover between the legs. Gurtiza sticking with him. 5 on the shot clock. Ariar, walang mapuntahan. Two former Letran Knights going head-to-head. But that trip, babalik ang bola sa Pasay. 11.7 seconds left. At the very least.
You want to end the half well with a basket here.
Pero naago na naman. Enough time. Altamirano. Parito giving chase, but Itchy will score over him to cap off this phenomenal second quarter for Cebu.
Pasay was lucky. That could have been a foul on Itchy Altamirano. Off the recovery on the defensive end. Let's watch this again. This is a turnover. Nash was saying it should have been a kickball. This was the one-on-one Itchy. And then might be the left arm, but what a dream here in the first half. Could have been a close game, pero such a strong start coming off Cebu.
Itchy Altamirano pouring it on with 11 points and a 20-point lead at the half. 54-34 over the Pasay Voyagers.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na.
Win the game. Easy lang with Sports Plus.
Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Basket.
Back in action here for the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Makakasama po natin ngayon for our halftime interview is the team owner of Cebu Greats. We have here Mr. Sam Lato. Good evening, Sir Sam. Nice to have you here. Sir Sam, you're going up against a home court team, itong Pasay Voyagers. Pero kayo po ngayon ang lamang by 20 points as if walang home court advantage na nangyayari.
Siguro dahil sa crowd na rin, maraming Cebu fans na pumunta ngayon. Yes, Cebu! So yan, nagsigawan na sila. So marami siguro Cebuano rito sa Pasay.
Parang nagulat po ako doon na parang kayo po yung biglang may home court dito. And of course po, magkakaroon din kayo ng home na game mismo sa Cebu. How excited are you?
Yeah, maraming excited na sa home game sa Cebu. Watch out ngayong kita-kita tayo ngayong July 16 against Binyan and July 18 against Caloocan. So sa mga Cebuano, antayin nyo kami dyan. Our team will be playing in Hopes Dome and Cebu Coliseum. And may mga aabangan din sa MPBL dahil yung mga Cebu Greats na mga player ipaparade natin. Yun. See you there.
Sigurado po kaabang-abang talaga ang inyong magiging home game. Baka meron pa po kayong gustong pasalamatan ngayon or batiin. Go ahead.
Binati ko lang yung family ko. Especially sa anak ko na bumabiyahe ngayon. Pabalik ng Pilipinas galing UK. Stay safe. See you tomorrow. And sa wife ko and kay Michael and sa buong Cebu, ng mga Bisaya.
Maraming salamat po, Sir Sam, and good luck sa Cebu Greats heading towards our second half. And speaking of which, wag po kayo alis dahil magbabalik pa ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao.
Clutch Time Challenge. At dahil walang nakaka-complete ng ating challenge for the past couple of days, our prize pot for tonight is 1 million pesos. Mas exciting na ang Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge dahil kailangan na makompleto ang bawat shot mula sa official Sports Plus shooting spots dito sa court. Ito na ang ating challenger. Looking good na looking good. Walang iba kundi si Nelson Sapugay mula sa Merville, Pasay City. You will be given 45 seconds to complete a driving layup, a free throw, a three-point shot, and a half-court shot. Each attempt must be taken from the official Sports Plus floor markers. For the layup, you must start from the half-court line and dribble your way to the basket before scoring. Kapag na-shoot mo lahat ng yan in 45 seconds, you will win 1 million pesos from the official sportsbook of the MPBL Sports Plus. Are you ready for the Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge? Ready ka na ba? Sir Nelson Sapugay para sa 1 milyon in 3, 2, 1, go, go, go! Sige na! Ayun, kondisyon na kondisyon ha, itong si Nelson Sapugay. Pasok agad! Tingnan naman natin sa free throw. Ang husay nitong si Sir Nelson. Wow! He's hot! Mainit-init ang kamay ni Sir Nelson. Yun! 22 seconds. This is the big moment. Nelson Sapugay for 1 million pesos. Tingnan natin. Lakasan mo, Nelson. 1 milyon yan. 10 segundo. Come on. Itodo mo na. Here we go! Uy! Sayang, kinapos lang. Talaga naman good effort for Mr. Nelson Sapugay. Wala ba tayong palakpakan dyan? Come on! Galing. Munti ka na. You will be going home with the Sports Plus merch. Once again, thank you for joining. At sa ating mga kaliga, check out the Sports Plus FB page to find out how you can join at baka ikaw na ang susunod na winner ng Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung bayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayan di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin.
Easy lang with Sports Plus.
Halftime score is 54-34 in favor of the Cebu Greats over the Pasay Voyagers. Kanina, lamang pa yung Pasay by 3 points, 13-10. And at that point, that was where Cebu made the run, bridging from the first quarter until dito sa pagtatapos natin where they established their biggest lead at 20 points.
Well, it was really in the second quarter where they were able to run through plus 13 para dito sa Cebu. Pero there's something about the energy of Pasay. Whenever their opponent starts leading, they're kind of having a hard time to recover in the first half. Kita nyo naman dito, they allowed 64%, they allowed plus 6 3-pointers, they allowed plus 6 rebounds for Cebu. And on the side of Cebu, more than half of their points wasn't even coming off the starters. It was coming off the bench. 38 of the 54 points coming off the bench.
Nico Quinal did his damage all in the first quarter. Leading them with 9 points. 8 points naman galing kay Brian Hilario. But noticeably absent there are Nash Enriquez and Cyril Gonzalez, who are usually dependable scorers for their squad. Ichi Altamirano had 11, including that blistering second quarter. 7 points galing kay Mark Meneses. What does Pasay need to do there if they want to catch up, Juanito?
Well, they have to score. It was really their offense that really struggled. Only 16 points. We know that this is a high-octane offense. Di sila makatakbo. And on the defensive end, they have to match the energy. You know, because of the defense being done by Cebu, they're able to run and they're able to shoot from the outside. So these are the things that they have to be able to read and, you know, more importantly, really match the energy by Cebu here in the ballgame.
Nash Enriquez, Munmun de la Cruz, Christian Farito, Nico Quinal, and King Gortiza, the 5 on the floor. Good sign to start off the third quarter. Farito drills in the 3.
Well, that's how you want to start. That was wide open para kay Christian Fajarito. No one really beside him. You need a lot more of those for you to be able to come back.
Kasama sa loob naman para sa Cebu, Ice Hontiveros, Mark Meneses, Al Francis Stamsi, JJ SLM, and Simon Camacho. Mintis, yung tres ni Ice.
Good flyby, a lot of space, pero mintis nga lang para dito kay Ice.
Farito, pinasa ulit sa labas. Enriquez swings it to King Gortiza. 10 on their shot clock. Gortiza rejected once more by Simon Camacho. Meneses splitting. Farito and Enriquez lays it in.
This has been the type of game Cebu has. You get a stop, it's either a block, a steal, or a miss. Automatically, Cebu is running on the other end. That's why they get a lot of easy shots itong Cebu.
19-point advantage. Farito at the post. Carving out space. One-hander. Can't get it to go. Hontiveros tracks it down. Oh, a foul. Referee on the far side called it. Fast Player of the Game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
There's a block right there, and then all of a sudden on the other end, Mark Meneses, now a threat, putting the ball on the floor with his length, with his athleticism. Mark Meneses can finish that fast break.
Farito with his third foul, getting an early seat on the bench. In comes Brian Hilario. He was challenging that shot by Simon Camacho.
There is so much space on the offense of Cebu. And with the way their players are attacking, ngayon nahihirapan ng Pasay to know, what are we gonna focus on? Do we want to help out on the drive? There's a shooter outside. Do we want to clog in? Then that leaves a lot of space for all the other guys. That's why right now they are struggling in the ballgame.
For more on what happened during halftime, let's go to Daphne.
Literal na maliit lang talaga ang mundo ng basketball with Coach Aldrin Moranda and Coach Marlon Martin working together for around 17 years already. And even in PMMS or Philippine Merchant Marine School, head coach doon si Coach Aldrin and then assistant coach naman si Coach M. Earlier, they were exchanging some good lucks prior to the start of this ball game, but Coach Aldrin shared malaking bagay yung pagiging pamilyar niya kay Coach M. Pero mas malaking bagay na dati doon, etong si Don Reverente. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. Ano pala? Relationship pala ni Coach M sa Coach Aldrin, yung topic niya doon. But 17 years These two, di halata. Kumbaga, bagets na bagets pa, itsura
Oo
nilang dalawa.
naman. Oo naman. Fit and healthy parehas eh. And very passionate with their work.
Don Reverente, being part of that team for 4 years sa Pasay. Monmon de la Cruz, tumabaw sa ilalim. Perhaps one guy who could carry on the mantle that Don Reverente left behind dito sa Voyagers. He was coming off a strong game in their loss against Valenzuela. Very efficient from the field. Ito, nagkaamalin, nagkaroon siya ng double-double doon. Talking about tong si
Monmon de la Cruz.
Monmon, no? Al Francis Tamsi. Pinasaan si Camacho, balik kay Tamsi. Meneses takes the free and makes it.
You know how simple is that offense? Though there's a screen, wala. There's a rescreen, wala. There's a roller. Everybody helped out on Simon Camacho, giving the space for Mark Meneses to take the three. And that's just been the simple offense of Cebu, getting them this 20-point lead.
Matching their biggest lead of the ball game. Hilario's 3-point attempt, not even close.
Help sa ilalim na itong si Monmon. Gave a lot of space for Mark Meneses to take the three. Sometimes you don't need a lot of action. Sometimes you need are just really good options for your players to understand what your strengths are in your offense.
Meneses, 7 on the shot clock. Trying to break down Monmon de la Cruz. Off the dribble, and he does! Another three-pointer by the Lawak Locomotive.
I don't even know what to say. That was off the opposite hand. He was using his right, trying to get a hesitate. There was a hand by Monmon. Good defense, pero pasok pa rin para kay Mark Meneses.
That confidence growing each and every day, but that time he was caught. Tagged with a foul after Kinal hit that jumper.
That was a good screen by Monmon de la Cruz. Gave Nico Kinal just a little space and able to fish for a foul as well. Now, offensively, Pasay is scoring already pretty well here in the quarter, but it's defensively where they have not found an answer against Cebu.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. One thing, despite Pasay having this strong record, one thing that has plagued them this season is they are dead last in rebounding. Averaging just 37.7 rebounds per ball game compared to Cebu, who's been one of the best rebounding teams in the league with 48.4. So that's an 11-point disparity in terms of rebounds on average. Camacho sa loob, supalpal, huli ulit. This time ni Monmon de la Cruz. Perhaps that could get them going, itong Pasay. Enriquez hesitates. Now he drives. Hilario will not. He takes it and drains the three-pointer.
That's a good lift coming off Brian Hilario. It left the defense confused. Do I help out on Steve? Do I close out on Hilario? And that left a lot of space for Brian Hilario, one guy that is stepping up here in this ball game.
Almost a turnover. Hesalem, shooting pocket, wala. Running start for King Gortiza. Has Simon Camacho challenging him. And a tough task altogether already.
Can't really do that against Simon Camacho. This was the block by King Gortiza off the second. Sinupal din ni Monmon de la Cruz. Sa kabilang panig, takbo sila. Left by Brian Hilario. Ontiveros decided to go to the corner of that swing pass, pero si Hilario decided to get the three.
So kung ikaw, dadrivean mo si Simon Camacho, ano sa tingin mo kailangan mong gawin if you wanna be successful?
You know, if it's just me, I was never a good finisher. It was always a floater for me. So might be a good chance as well for them to utilize on that skill.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph.
Wawi Escosio getting that short roll. That is his strength. It's not a full pop. It's not a full roll. It's just a short roll, getting him a lot of open jumpers.
Enriquez, pasa sa labas. Gurtiza. Hilario about the same spot. Two guys challenging him. No problem. Back-to-back triples for Brian Hilario.
Kailangan mo someone to really give you energy. Last game, it was Cyril Gonzalez stepping up and giving them a lot of energy in the fourth quarter for them to be able to make a run. This time around, they need it a little bit earlier. Brian Hilario already with 6, but Wawi Escosio is answering every time.
That's just tough if you're Pasay. Trying to defend full court and then you give up that face-up jumper by Wawi Escosio. Three-point shot brought to you by Extreme water-protected speakers. Dive into music with Extreme speakers.
Interesting 5. No natural point guard on the side of Pasay.
Baseline drive, now stopping on the dime. Hitting the jumper was Nico Quinal.
Now, we talked about how smooth his jumper is in the first half. The first opportunity for Nico Quinal. Pasok agad yan para kay Nico.
Camacho, pasa sa labas. Tamsi, press. And it's been raining baskets for Cebu.
A three-pointer number 11 already for Cebu here in the ball game.
It's gotta be deflating if you're Pasay, but you have to stick with it. Long way to go. Crossover dribble. The teardrop puts it in. Cyril Gonzalez.
A speed advantage para dito kay Cyril. He liked the switch. He attacked that speed advantage. Been able to get the float against Wawi Escosio.
Camacho losing it. That's a good stop if you're Pasay. Suwabe.
Sinasabi nila, napasayaw. Itong si Wawi Escosio. Iwan na iwan, no?
Oo. Altamirano comes back into the ball game as well as Mark Meneses. We have a timeout by the Pasay Voyagers. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in this quarter. They're still trailing by 17. Good sized crowd on a Tuesday night here at the Pasay Astrodome. Continuing the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ken Pangalinan kasama pa rin si Coach Juanito Gregorio at courtside. We have Miss Daphne Cristobal. Nagabol pa rin ang Pasay dito. But if they could trim this gap even further heading to the 4th, that's gonna be a boost of confidence for them. Pull-up jumper by Gonzalez, wala. Santiago climbs the ladder for the rebound. Can't finish. Pero may pito laban sa Cebu. It's gonna go against Ichi Altamirano.
Something very interesting on the side of Pasay. This is almost a 4-guard lineup on their end. Jello Santiago, only about 6'2". He will be playing the 4th position. It will add a lot of speed. Pero with the way Cebu is rebounding, this is gonna be very interesting for them.
Nico Quinal using that Martel screen. Two guys onto him. Martel off the dribble. Basang-basa ni Ron Denison yung gusto niyang gawin doon.
He could have swung it earlier for them to get some space. Medyo na-tempt siya on the driving lane. That's why it ended in a turnover itong si Lian Martel.
Camacho gumapang palabas yung kanyang left-handed attempt.
Well, nakita na natin yung wakali na yan. Gumagana yan para dito kay Simon Camacho. That was the shot he wanted. Just went out for him.
Santiago tumikata sa tres. Wala. Dennis on the rebound.
There's a better offense, better flow, better options. Pero minsan pag malas ka talaga, malas ka eh. Already went in, lumabas pa para kay Jello Santiago.
Pasay shooting just 5 out of 16 from 3, while Cebu 11 out of 18, 61% clip from 3. MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. But you have to give credit to them because of those 26 made field goals, 23 came from an assist. So they've done a good job sharing the basketball itong Cebu, but that time they turned the ball over. Bagsak si Altamirano, 5-on-4. Numbers advantage for Pasay. Alcoriza, wala. Camacho gets it. Altamirano ahead. Alcoriza giving chase. But nobody checking Mark Meneses, who sticks it back in for Cebu.
That's a good fight back by Renzo Alcoriza off the miss. Siya yung unang bumaba, but still was able to get a second chance opportunity is Cebu.
Mark Meneses, 17 points, 8 rebounds. Kinal drifting to the right. Can't get that one to fall. Umikot si Gonzalez, malakas. Santiago, straight away free. That will rattle in.
Only a 3 for Jello Santiago. They've been waiting for it. Even the fans behind are already cheering for Jello Santiago. They're waiting for them to explode. Pero paisa-isa lang eh yung nasushoot netong Pasay. They have to get a good run for them to make a comeback.
Under a minute left in the third. Steal by Gonzalez. Alcoriza has Santiago behind him. And Meneses gives up the foul.
Now, these are the stops that they wanted. That's actually a good decision to switch out Cyril against Renz Alcoriza. Kanina pinapost ni Ron Denison itong si Renz. Cyril said, I could be a better matchup against Ron Denison, able to get that steal. Si Alcoriza naman, ang takbo sa kabilang panig.
Altamsi will be replaced by the Cebuano hotshot, Don Hontiveros. Kinale, magpapahinga na dito. Pasok sa loob si Darren Manligues. Renz Alcoriza at the line. Played for Pampanga last season. Also had stints with Bulacan.
Manila, I think, as
Tama,
well.
Manila din.
Well, it's good to see him back. First 2 points of the season for Renz Alcoriza. We've always talked about him as one of the better scorers in the MPBL. I remember their duo before, itong si Alcoriza and si is big in Bulacan, now playing for Zamboanga. Gabayni, there you go. Wala lang, nasa dulo ng dila ko. It's good to see him back. Itong si Renz.
Pumusisyon sa ilalim si Don Reverente. Pasay not yet in penalty. Tatawagan ng foul si Simon Gonzalez. Pasay coming off back-to-back losses against Caloocan and Valenzuela. Farito with 3 fouls returns. He will replace Lian Martel.
Medyo mag-risk itong si Coach Marlon with 3 already. That's going to be a hold on Ren.
They are in penalty. So 2 free throws coming up for Don Hontiveros.
Well, that's a respect that they have for the Cebuano hotshot. They're trying to deny him that basketball. So they're trying to cover up all of the movements that they have. Pero huli ng referee.
80% free throw shooter. Don Hontiveros sticks in the first.
Can't believe he's 48?
49 na.
49.
During his prime, when he was with San Miguel, nilalaban daw niya talaga yung posisyon niya as that starting shooting guard. Lalo dumating sila Larry, si Wesley. And then, when he grew older, medyo na-realize na rin niya, no, na papunta na rin siya sa magiging role niya sa bench player. And here, he's really testing himself kung hanggang saan yung kaya niya, no, against the much younger guys. And the MPBL, oh! Big 3-point shot by Cyril Gonzalez, giving some life to this Pasay crowd. And the former Voyager, Don Reverente, commits a foul.
I'm interested to see if they will challenge this call because that can still be a 3 para sa kanila. Oh yes, might not be a foul but that's still gonna be 3 points for Pasay.
Coach Aldrin Morante using his coach's challenge, trying to protect Don Reverente from picking up another foul. We'll find out if he's right. We'll return after this short break.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanig ang pakbakal. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang puhunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. 3-point basket is good by Cyril Gonzalez.
Bigo,
And
si
foul
Coach
committed
Aldrin.
by Don Reverente.
I do want to see this here. Ito yung shot attempt. Yes, kasi paharap.
Oo, moving forward.
Moving forward.
Vertical. Palagay ko, lusot pa eh.
Medyo umiwas siya, yes, but you have to give enough space for the shooter to land. And I think that's where they call the foul there.
Gonzalez, reliable free throw shooter, close to 95% hits it. Baba sa 11 ang lamang na kailangan nabulin ng Pasay. Altamirano, 10 seconds left. Gonzalez swipes it away from him. Cyril, the spin, the runner, short. De La Cruz gets it. A second remaining, Gonzalez. They will not get it off in time. But a strong finish to this quarter for the Pasay Voyagers after struggling for so long. But they would have to fend off this guy, Mark Meneses, who has got himself going here in the third quarter.
Well, Mark Meneses still is one of the leading scorers today's ballgame. That third quarter, they started out strong. He has 10 points. Pero dito sa dulo, it's Cyril Gonzalez trying to make a run on the other end. So this is going to be a very interesting fourth quarter. But Mark Meneses, they need to be able to find a way in making stops etong Pasay because he is just red hot here in the ballgame.
Heading to the fourth, Cebu protecting an 11-point lead against Pasay, 73-62.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Magandang gabi po mga kaligan, nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, Tap Sports and Solar Sports. Ken Pangilinan pa rin po. Kasama si Coach Juanito Gregorio at courtside, Miss Daphne Cristobal. Just wanna shout out si AJ, Jeff, and MJ Ong nanonood ngayon. Si AJ, alam ko, big fan ng Batangas. Tutungo ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dyan
That's
on
right.
Thursday. Kayo yun.
Kami yun.
Juanito, Daphne, Coach Vic. Di ko alam kung kasama ako. Pag-isipan ko pa.
Pwede naman, para mag-enjoy na tayo. Lomi-lomi lang tayo ng
Oo nga.
konti.
Basta sagot ng courtside, pwede.
Oo, tama. Si Daphne bahala.
Bola na agaw. Altamirano. 4 guys running down the floor. Getting back on defense itong Pasay. Gonzalez pulls up for 3. Way off. Had a good look though.
No, these are the types of misses that I'm okay with. Because you need Cyril Gonzalez to get his confidence. He is one of their best scorers. He's a proven UAAP champion. Pero ito si Mark Meneses, makakuha ng dakdak.
Oh, he will slam it down. Raise the roof, says Mark Meneses.
Giving some respect to the original Lakay, Danny Ay.
Parang napakasimple lang para sa kanya gawin ito. Quarter scoring, you see how Pasay made up for that 20-point difference in that third, outscoring Cebu by 9. Chelo Santiago pull up over Dondon Hontiveros off the back iron. Agawan sa rebound, napunta kay Itchy Altamirano.
Every shot of Pasay is coming off the outside. They need someone to be able to attack.
Hontiveros loves that spot. He has hit 3 of those from that left corner triple.
It's always on the same spot. That left corner para kay Dondon Hontiveros.
Manligues, pasa sa labas. Santiago, malakas. Rebound nakuha ni Martel. Gonzalez swings it to Jello Santiago. He drives, wraparound pass. Manligues rejected by Meneses.
It's the Umbrella Brigade, the Payong Brigade netong Cebu. That is how many blocks even for them, but what a terrific interior defensive ball game Cebu is playing. That is block number 5 for Cebu.
Santiago playing the passing lanes, coming away with a steal. So, malayo-layo pa, kailangan nilang habulin. Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Terrific touch pass by Itchy Altamirano going up to the Pangasinense, Mark Meneses.
Simple. So, Mark, 20 points na for Mark Meneses. Paarito. Pumersa sa loob. Can't finish. De La Cruz. Masyadong malalim. Hontiveros finally comes away with a rebound.
They are winning that net-run battle between him and Pajarito on the defensive end.
Itchy. Ariar. Can hit that shot. No good. Final. Comes it down low to Pajarito. Lost it. Out of bounds. Babalik ang bola sa Cebu.
Look at the IQ of Kit Ariar. Alam niya na babangga at babangga itong si Christian Pajarito. On the third bump, pulls the chair, gets Pajarito off balance, forces the turnover against him.
This was the 3-point shot earlier by the Cebuano hot shot. 3 triples for a total of 9 points. Let's check in with Daphne.
As if it was just a jeepney ride from Manila to Pasay, but for legend Dondon Hontiveros, it's Manila to Cebu, vice versa with his sports program head role just last May in UCCM. Busy, tired, yet fulfilled itong si Dondon, sharing his privilege to still do the things that he loves the most, playing and even guiding youngsters. Against a young team, talagang sinabihan siya ni Coach Aldrin that he needs to be here. From the fighting spirit and leadership of Dondon, yan ang panapat niya sa takbuhan na ibibigay ng Pasay. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. Alam mo, nakakatuwang story dito kay Dondon. He was supposed to be part, or they were eyeing him to be part of the lineup nung play-in. But unfortunately, that did not happen. Tapos, hindi rin guarantee yung spot niya dito sa Cebu entering this season. he had to play in various leagues. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas to prove that he was still capable of getting himself in shape. Tinrabaho talaga niya. And this season, he's been phenomenal playing his role as their designated three-point shooter.
Only 12 minutes of play, 10 points, 4 rebounds, an assist. At 49 years of age, hindi kami mahihiyang sabihin yun because he is a great example for everybody that you can still compete at a high level at that age.
18-point lead. Enjoyed by Cebu. Naibaba na kanina ng Pasay down to as low as 11. Enriquez way off. De La Cruz swoops in and scores.
One possession at a time. This is what you need if you are Pasay. Not the best shot attempt for Steve Nash Enriquez, but Munmon De La Cruz keeping the ball alive, getting the second chance opportunity. Pero maraming ganito ang kanilang kailangan if they want a run.
Long three-point shot. Ball ending up with Camacho. Aguiar, short. Pasay needs to score. Enriquez wants a screen from De La Cruz. MANNY Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Gonzalez off the dribble. Stepping back over Ichi Altamirano. Wala pa din. Tapik ng bola. Napunta kay Enriquez. Open look from Jello Santiago. Wala. Threes have not been kind tonight for Pasay.
No home court advantage para dito sa Pasay. We were talking about the first two games where everybody was very comfortable shooting the three. But this time around, the home team, they are the only team that is struggling off the outside.
Denison, pumihit. Cortiza saves it. Gonzalez fouled by Altamirano. Cebu continues their terrific shooting from the outside. 12 out of 20 from beyond the arc. We have a timeout past the halfway point of the fourth quarter. 16-point lead enjoyed by the Grits. Still with us here at the Pasay Astrodome. This steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Boom Free Waterproof Speaker. Unstoppable sound, ultimate power. Swiped by Cyril Gonzalez. They've been doing a good job of coming up with steals, pero nahihirapan talaga silang makapag-produce dito.
2 steals already. Actually, in total, Pasay actually has 11 steals in the ball game. But when you talk about their field goals, they are at 34%. Their three-pointers, 7 of 26. So it's really been a struggle offensively. Might be one of the reasons why they added Renz Alcoriza in the lineup, but only been there for a few days, so still a little bit of adjustment. But they need a guy that can score for them in situations like this.
Ang hirap kasi for Pasay, di na gumagana yung tira nila sa labas. And then when they try to attack, there are a plethora of those long-arm guys waiting for you on the interior. Guys like Simon Camacho and Mark Meneses.
Don Reverente, Alvin Baichong, Wawi Escosio, kahit si Payawal is also 6'4". Denison is about 6'3". So really, it's the defense inside nitong Cebu that's making life hard para dito sa Pasay, and now they're struggling even off the line.
Missing both. Ice Hontiveros comes away with a rebound. Ice hands it off to Denison. Ichi. Try to shake off his defender. Bounce pass to Denison. Walang napuntahan. 5 segundo na lang nalalabi sa kanilang shot clock. Aguiar has to make his move, turns around. Got Gortiza up in the air, and it's been that type of a night for the Cebu Greats.
Si Ariar missed the last 2 wide open shots on the 3rd try. Well defended, 1 second on the shot clock. Yun pa yung pumasok. And that actually really deflates you if you are Pasay because you play good defense for 23 seconds, even 24, but luck is on the side of Cebu even with that throw.
Under 4 minutes left, Pasay down by 18. Gortiza. Hanap ng papasahan, Gonzalez. Launches. Still nothing from the outside for Pasay.
You know, the frustration is not just felt with the players and the coaching staff. You can actually feel the frustration as well coming off the fans.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of quiet. You hear them frustrated and disappointed with the way their home team is playing right now. And the disappointment has a reason. This is a strong team, a talented team. Should have been an exciting game against Cebu. Pero ngayon, all of the luck, all of the good things are going the side of the greats.
3.5 left here in the 4th.
Kasi Ichi, nasa tabi natin.
Ano daw?
Tinatawag tayo. Pagod na daw siya.
Pagod na siya mag-points guard. 11 points all coming in the first half for Ichi Altamirano. That second quarter he had really made life easier for Cebu, creating that separation. Lumobo sa 20 yung lamang nila.
Only gonna be team foul number 2. Medyo nakaka-deflate din when you see your opponent just enjoying, just smiling. There is no pressure on their faces, yet everything is going their way. You know, it really deflates you that you are trying so hard, but parang walang tama kayong nagagawa.
Pasay a chance to score. Gortiza for 3 short. That's a good look.
Now, Coach Marlon just does not know what to do anymore in their lineup. He's trying to look for someone to just be able to score for them. Might be Eric Pili here, might be Gael Montaño coming off the bench because right now, these are open opportunities. That is a usual make for Santiago and Gortiza. Pero mintis pa rin para sa kanila.
Yeah, he has emptied his bench. Eric Pili and Gael Montaño. Their first time coming in this ball game. And Pasay seems like unless something drastic happens here, they will fall down to their 3rd straight loss. And you mentioned the word deflating, the way they competed last time they were here against Caloocan, who at that time was undefeated. Even fell short against Valenzuela. But losing this way against Cebu on their home soil is a tough pill to swallow for them.
Well, it's the same story for them. It's the start for Pasay. They gave up an early 20-point lead against Cebu, which is a much stronger and a much more veteran-laden team compared to Valenzuela. Mahihirapan ka talagang kumabol, if you are Pasay. So they have to find a way in starting out better and then be able to challenge out in the later part of the ballgame.
Montaño umikot. Ball will stay on their side. 2:38 left. Cebu will have a couple of games at home in July next month. Something to look forward to. Mga kalaban nila Binyan on July 16 and then on July 18. They will take on Caloocan. That's a pair of games that could really test their mettle to see if they are for real in this loaded South Division.
I heard the fans of Cebu are also excited already for their home games coming this July. I think it's 16 and 18 if I'm not mistaken. Dalawa, di ba?
Evangelista the rebound. Alcoriza drives, lays it in. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
I was saying they need a scorer in terms of these moments. Renz Alcoriza, a born scorer, played for Arellano, was one of the better scorers in the last years of the MPBL. Ngayon, mabibigyan ng pagkakataon para dito sa Pasay.
Ice Hontiveros. Who does Ice remind you of?
With the way his flashiness,
Sino?
could be SGA ba? Or hindi naman?
Sa NBA. Hindi,
does
dito
he remind
dito
you?
sa MPBL. Sino? Wala.
Wala eh.
Nothing at the top
OG
of
to
your
eh.
mind.
I get to play with this guy probably once every few months.
Talaga?
So, bait yan. I love that guy. Very light to be with. Alam mo yung laging nakangiti, laging masaya.
Smiling face
plain,
eh,
yes,
no?
smiling face yan. Positive vibes lagi yun si Ice. Never a bad time with him. Pero OG rin yung laro niya eh. Kasi someone that can play the 2, the 3. Medyo multi-position tong si Ice eh.
Karamihan sa kanila, ganyan eh. Camacho could play multiple positions.
Actually, parang
Mark
yun yung
Menezes,
requirement,
di ba?
ano? Parang yun yung requirement.
Kailangan at least 3 positions kaya mong lumaro dito sa kupunan na ito. Payawal could also play probably the 2, the 3, and the 4.
Yes, that's right. No, we did watch him play the 2, 3, 4 when he was playing for Valenzuela.
Right. Ganda ng season niya dun.
Yeah, to si Altamirano, we were used to seeing him play the 2. But now he's playing the 1 and the 2.
Yeah.
Arminion as well.
Denison can play the 2, the 3. Interchangeable. And the times now, that's something. The versatility, the switchability on defense is something that teams have really banked on, especially when they want to go deep in the playoffs. Especially when you go up against guys like David Defonso, Jack
DJ
Berman,
Fenner.
DJ Fenner, Quezon, acquiring new talent.
Was it announced already? The official signing of their new guy?
Sa MPBL, di pa.
Okay,
Pero
let's talk about it. We've seen it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it.
Pero yun nga, no? Cebu establishing themselves as real threats in their division. We have a timeout. The grades up by a dozen. Tomorrow, we will be at the One Arena in Quinta Rizal. First game between Iloilo and Negros, followed by the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu and the One Bataan Risers. And then, a clash between the Quezon City Black Bulls and the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers.
That second game is very interesting. Coach Mike Sagigit again, his former team.
Right.
With the new and revamped squad. It's going to be an exciting second game.
Montaño floats it up and in. Closest that they have been, Pasay. Down by 10. But Cebu, looks like they will earn their 10th win.
Ito, same story ng last game nila. They knocked a little bit, just a little too late already para dito sa Pasay for them to be able to get a win.
Tamsi lost closer. Alcoriza the rebound. Simon Camacho giving chase, altering that shot. And that's the type of effort Cebu has dished out the entire night. Wreaking havoc.
Look at Camacho, man. It's the end game. Or you already have the win, but you secure that, they're not gonna let anything easy for you. Still sprinting down for that defensive stop. and they will come home with a 10-point victory. Itong Cebu, and just that umbrella brigade, just that pure versatility of the bigs, everybody really chipped in. It's a great victory in the home court of Pasay.
A lot of guys contributing. Ichi Altamirano with that explosive second quarter. Tondo Nontiveros, 3 triples, but we give it to our best player of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. We give it to this guy who's been their undisputed #1 player on this roster, Mark Meneses. 1 rebound shy of a double-double.
Well, it's the usual kind of game for Mark Meneses. Are we even surprised? No. But we are just so happy that he continues to be consistent. That was the question to start the year. Can he be consistent? Can he be a star against a big team like Pasay? Mark Meneses still continues his stellar play, getting 19 and 9, well deserving of our player of the game honors.
Our final score, 72 for the Pasay Voyagers, 82 for this team who's continuing to do greater things for their squad, the Cebu Greats, with a 10-point win over the Pasay Voyagers. And Mark is standing by with Daphne Cristobal.
Maraming salamat, Ken. Mark, you know, on this game, you actually scored 80% from the field at then yung ika-4 na beses na nag-best player ka this season. But more importantly, parang naging best friend nyo ang outside shooting nyo in tonight's game.
Unang-una po sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po kay God. Sa mga boss po namin, kay Boss Samsul Lato, kay Boss Arlene Lato, kay sa Sisas at Isitek, Mesinet at kay Gob Pam Doc Janas, and happy birthday po Nanay Nadia, and binabati ko yung Boss Mike and Boss Jess.
Siyempre, priorities muna sa pagbati. But going back to my question, Mark, you scored 80% from the field tonight, tapos 54% as a team in the 3-point shooting. Anong masasabi mo dun?
Ayun po, sa ensayo po talagang ginagawa po namin yon, go hard palagi. Nakikinig po kami sa payo ng mga sinasabi ng coach namin, mga boss namin, na kailan po namin suklayin yung mga kabutihan ginagawa po nila sa amin. Ayun.
Mark, magkakaroon kayo ng home game sa Cebu on July 16 and 18. Gaano kayo ka-excited as a team doon?
Sobrang excited po kasi ngayon lang ulit po magkakaroon ng home game, at maraming salamat po sa mga taga-Cebu. Ayun po.
Maraming salamat, Mark, and congratulations once again, the 10th victory of Cebu Greats. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat. Tutungo tayo sa One Arena ulit bukas. Iloilo kontra Negros sa ating unang laro, followed by the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu taking on Coach Mike Sagigit and the One Bataan Risers, and then the Quezon City Black Bulls take on the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. That does it for coverage night from Pasay City. On behalf of Coach Juanito Gregorio, Miss Daphne Cristobal, and our entire crew, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.